go Vannon, and welcome back to another Monster Mash with Eric Caladrim. I'm here with Ronan, and we're excited, and we're getting ready to throw some monsters at each other. This time we're facing off in Angmar, it would seem. We have been rolling randomly among 16 of the monsters that have Might, Will, and Fate. It's everybody except Sauron and Smaug. 16 because it's a nice even number, and it matches everybody up evenly. And it's a whole lot of fun. So this is randomly drawn, and this time we are up against Gulhavar and a Cave Drake. And for this match, we've decided to use some fitting dice. Gulhavar is going to be rolling Witch Kings. Since he's from Angmar, we figured that was appropriate. This is, I'm going to get this name wrong, but this is a Chessex dice pattern with a custom face on there. It's on the 6, not on the 1. We like it better when it's on the 6. And that pattern, I forgot the name of, but I actually ordered those from Stephen Crow from GBHL, so I have to go back and figure this out. This is one of the Lustrous patterns from one of the Lustrous series from Chessex. This one I do know, though. This is Phantom Smoke from Chessex, where we put a custom dragon pattern on there. We thought it was appropriate to have dragons for the dragon. And you can see both of these guys are ice themed. So here's my Gulhavar. I went for some sort of purple undertones for the belly, and can I get him in focus on you there? He's just kind of nasty looking. It worked out pretty well, I think. We gave him some silver eyes, so he looks sort of cold and steely. There's blue undertones for the wings and the body, same for the Cave Drake as on Gulhavar. And on the base, we've got some cotton and some snow, a little bit of water effect, and some grass tufts in there. So I had a lot of fun putting that model together. The Cave Drake was similar. The base, rock, grass tufts, not a whole lot to say about the actual base there. But we had a lot of fun putting that together. There's some snow effect on there, some painted up stone. Did not bother with any ice or anything on that one. And then because the Cave Drake profile actually includes these eggs, we've got some eggs on his base, and then we cast some extra eggs over here since the new rule set allows for some interesting gameplay with those eggs. We'll explain that in a minute. But there's the Cave Drake. He's got some eggs under there. Again, darker colored underbody and lots of icy tones on this beast. Since we're playing in the frozen wastes of the north, I thought that would be appropriate. We'll try one more time on Gulhavar's base, see if we can get that in focus. There, that's better. And it's amazing how much a little bit of snow or frost can make a difference on these bases. This base was actually not terribly hard to make. That's the normal GW base, the 60mm base. This is some cork on there, which we painted up. The fuzz is doll stuffing from an old doll. I have a bunch of kids. One of my kids broke a doll, so we tore it apart and took the stuffing from the inside. So yes, Gulhavar was being vampire-y and eating a doll. Poor kid. So there we are. We're ready to go. Ronan, you've got the profiles opened up. Shall we look at the book?
Yes. And I can talk today, so
Ronan's voice is back, so I have to listen to him talk endlessly. All right, here we go.
So this is Gulhavar, and he got a whole bunch of revamps in the new rules. His stat line. They fixed all the different movement things and whatnot, so he's got a 6-inch move. But he has the fly special rule, so he can essentially run 12 over all terrain, and then if he needs to enter difficult terrain or whatever, he can just move 6 inches. He got buffed up to fight 7, which is good. He needed that at his point value. Strength 8 still, defense 5 still incredibly squishy, and this is his big gimmick right here. He's got 4 wounds, and because of his strength of body, strength of will, he has the equivalent value of his wounds for both his attacks and courage. So he is a beast until you start hurting him.
Yeah, pretty fragile beast.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got some extra things that have been added in here in his special rule line, too. You want to talk about his heroics, then we'll get to his special rules?
He has heroic strength and heroic defense. So his defense will keep him alive for longer, theoretically, but no heroic strike. So he is stuck at that fight 7, and there's nothing he can do about it. 3 might, 3 will. Really good. He needs that. And to kind of counteract his fragileness with his defense 5 and 4 wounds, he has the Immortal Hunger special rule. Every time he kills an enemy model, he gets 1 wound back. And Rend is the only brutal power attack that will give him that wound back, because obviously...
If you throw him away,
if you throw him away, then you didn't eat him.
Through him, you didn't eat him.
Exactly.
Think of him like a Lord of the Rings version of a vampire. He actually eats his enemies.
Yep.
Yeah, and some interesting things going on here. Fly, you talked about, Harbinger of Evil. So he causes -1 to a courage test when people are taking their test to charge him because he does cause terror.
And everybody causes terror in this little challenge.
Monstrous Charge is a huge adder for Gulhavar.
Yes.
This is a big deal. So anybody lower than Strength 8, when he charges, he can knock them down and double his strikes. So that's a big deal. And he gets +1 on the charge.
So he's got 5 attacks on the charge.
And he flies.
Which is
that's a big deal
brutal.
Too. And resistant to magic, as he well should be if he's a demon of the ancient world. So, there's Gulhavar. Any last words on Gulhavar?
Not really. He is just a monster.
As he kind of should be. All right, Cave Drake. Here's a beautiful picture of the Cave Drake, and we love this picture. And I love my ice one even more. But that's okay. Cave Drake, what do you want to say, Rona?
He's got pretty much the exact same stat line as before. The fight 6, strength 7, defense 7, 4 attacks. 4 attacks was the big improvement. He originally had 3. 6 wounds, courage 4, 1 might, 3 will, 1 fate. So it is a bugger and a half to kill this guy.
Defense 7 with 6 wounds.
Yeah, but Gulhavar will probably munch through that rather quickly with his knockdown at strength 8.
It's kind of crazy that Gulhavar can just knock over a Cave Drake, but we'll see how that goes. Interesting. All right, so what do we got? Claws and teeth.
Heroic strength. Seems that all the big monsters don't really have heroic strike, unless they're like a named character. Monstrous charge, combined with his 4 attacks, is actually a really big improvement. Yeah. Originally, he didn't have either of these 2 things, and now he is just
Mountain Dweller
awesome.
Means he ignores a whole bunch of rough terrain. Resistant to magic means that he gets a free die to resist when people try to cast against him. Causes terror, as you'd expect, and he's a woodland creature. So this dragon is a mountain dweller and a woodland creature. He ignores a whole lot of different rough terrain.
And his 8-inch move just lets him walk over like everything.
This is an interesting one. Protect the nest.
That is something new that was added. Now, the eggs. You place, at the beginning of the game, before any models are on the table, you put an egg marker down. 25 millimeters. And as long as the Cave Drake is within 3 inches of this, he gains Fearless, which is actually pretty good.
It's kind of interesting, too. We actually made these as objective markers a while ago for another event. They're on 32 mil basis instead of 25, so I'm going to probably have to scrape them clean and try again.
Nah, we'll see.
There's a special brutal power attack, which only works for man-sized models, so it's not going to matter in this monster match. But Gaping Maw, Ronan, you want to explain that?
Basically, instead of striking normally, he can just do 1 strike. And what this will do is on a 3+, the model is just swallowed. And they're just automatically removed as a casualty. But they can save this with Fate, it's kind
of an interesting one. So if you're playing against heroes that have Fate, I don't know why you would ever use that. But, you'd be better off to take 5 strikes and strength 7. But it's kind of fun. Sort of makes sense when you look at the model and just see how he plays out. So, shall we roll some dice here and get started?
Sure.
Let's put that back where it was.
Quick.
Get some dice out of the way.
And
we start these guys 12 inches apart, and then we roll off for priority. He's got his... let's put the nest well. Should be right in the middle between them.
Probably.
Does the egg have hit points? You can destroy it, right?
I cannot destroy it. It is...
Cannot destroy it. It's an invincible egg. That's weird.
Yeah. It's kind of like the old Galadriel's mirror.
Okay.
It just kind of sits there.
Because the new one has batter points. Alright, so, priority?
Yep.
Drake goes first. Drake can only move forward 8 inches. It is fearless, but it can only move 8 inches.
So you just want to stay within range of the egg? Probably.
Yeah, pretty much. He's just going to move up and let you fly to him.
So...
Now you should be within range. I can get you next turn.
12-inch movement. I was in range from the beginning.
So you going to do your terror test?
Yep. Courage 4.
Is Gulhavar a coward or not?
And he is not.
He is not. He started at Courage 4, right?
Yep.
So he's fine. He can fly in on the Drake.
And we'll go in like
Stick his horns right into the Drake's neck. Why not? Alright, my 4 attacks to your 5.
Correct.
We're borrowing some extra dice here. So he's got... That's a Scarab Jade. No, it's not. It's a Scarab Scarlet die from Chessex, and that's got a dragon carved on there. So he's going to try to jinx a dragon with a dragon. Here we go. 4 dice on 5. You have the higher fight value.
Oh, what is this?
I got a 6. Cave Drake.
2 might.
2 might. Gulhavar burns his 2 might. Because Gulhavar is fragile. If I start putting wounds on him now, he's in trouble. Alright, so the Drake backs off 1 inch.
He will actually knock you down, but we're not going to lay him down. We're just going to put a little dice.
What is mark? Cave Drake is prone.
Looking for...
Just disgustingness. Defense 7 against your strength 8, so you need 4s. You got any 4s in there?
There's
I see 2.
2, and I'll save that because I can might it. And we'll do another
4 dice, another 5 dice.
And that is...
Fluffs that out. Wow. So there's 3 natural 4s, and you could burn
Nope.
1 more might if you wanted to.
Nope.
So we'll take 3 wounds on this 6 wound Drake. The Drake has 3 wounds left. Yikes. Alright, priority. Here we go. Drake gets priority.
Just goofing everything today.
So Drake gets up. Uh-oh. What's his courage?
I think courage 4. Courage 4 with 3 wounds.
We're going to give it a chance. So
And
he
you're good.
passes his courage check. He gets up and charges into Gulhavar. This time the Drake gets the extra die. So let's take that dragon die back from you here.
Only 4 attacks for me this time.
5 for me.
I get a 5.
I get a 5. You have a higher fight value. I'm going to might that to a 6.
I'm going to might that to a 6.
So you win.
Both of us are out of might.
I charged.
I
Do I
need
get knocked down?
4s.
You have to charge to knock me down, so
Yep.
I'm not knocked down.
I need 4s. God, 4 4s would be nice.
No might left.
There's 2.
2. Yikes. The
Oh.
Drake has 1 wound left, and you have no might. That was close. Wow, that was close. Drake survives. He's got 1 wound left. Here we go. Priority. Hey, I was fearless. I didn't have to do a courage check.
True. That's me this time.
That's your priority. I'm going to burn a might. Heroic move.
I think the Drake only has 1 might. Yeah, it does.
I burned my might last turn. Here's the book. Yep, Drake has no might left because I burned the last might. Okay, so you get the move.
Terror test.
Fail it.
He's good.
Nope, you're fine. So you charge. Alright, Drake gets 4 dice, you get 5.
Come on.
Gulhavar gets 5. Did you get a 6 in your mess?
A couple.
I got a 6, you got a 6. The Drake is prone again. What's Gulhavar knocking this Drake over? Wow.
Looking for, what, 2 4s?
You need a 4. I've got 1 wound left. Oh,
there's 2.
No, the Drake is toast. Dead. That's a downed Drake. Look at that. Gullivar is tougher than he looks. Alright, they fixed Gullivar. He's mean now.
He's pretty powerful. Not so much, I wouldn't say he's that good against big heroes, because they can just heroic strike against him and he can't do anything about it. And then he's just completely screwed over because his defense 5 with 4 wounds is very squishy.
Yep. But obviously if he can keep winning fights, then he'll be alright.
Oh, yeah.
So there we go. Did not even put a wound on Gullivar. He's done just fine. That's it for round 7. Episode 7 of our Monster Mash. We will be back next. Who's left, Brennan?
We have got Bjorn,
and
a dragon.
That ought to be fun. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back soon with episode 8, Bjorn against a Dragon. Talk to you then.